first? Hi, good morning. Well, I chose this first slide just to reframe like where I come from and where do I work. I'm a HIVOS officer in the Costa Rican office, and we work for Guatemala, Nicaragua, and Honduras. But basically what we found is that there's so many things in common, even if we're a small region. But even if there's small differences between each country and each history, there's a lot of things in common that we are now working on. I chose development as a question because we've been targeted as as underdeveloped countries from outside. But I think now there's a big questioning about development from within. Like, are we really underdeveloped, or what does that mean? Like, we can see all this crisis over here in Europe. And there's a lot of questions on reframing our worldview and how we define ourselves. And having all natural richness and cultural diversity, people are really trying to get that inside their minds and their ways of seeing the problematics they address. And then citizen engagement. Even if there's a lot of problems all around the region with drug traffic and human rights violations, there's also now a big movement on environmental issues that I think it also reconnects to the people and how they see their cultural richness and their diversity, because it's something that's at stake with climate change and decisions by governments and also transnationals, that it's like a reconolian time. And this brings a lot of people together, and it's a little bit different than I think it was before, because it's now all engaged by digital ways, but it's also brings people together on the streets. And you can see that this is having a major difference, because it's really defining the politics and the decisions that are taken into account within the governments. But then we also see that there were now political concepts that people don't relate to, and they don't want to be taken as a right wing or a left wing or anything like that. And rather, they want spaces to participate because they're not now getting used to having these spaces on a digital area. But when it comes to being there for the democratic change in a daily basis, there's no space for it. Like, your democracy is based on going to vote every 4 or 6 years. But after that, you want to be involved in the decisions of the everyday political issues. And this was a campaign that was taken in Costa Rica because this guy, Justo Orozco, he was saying all these absolutely politically incorrect concepts about gay marriage, and it really put people together on the digital sphere, and people was putting their face on and saying, we want this to change. So it comes back to change. Is it really happening? Like, where can we see it's happening? Is it the one we expect? But it really comes to, again, reconnecting with each other. And it also brings back to reconnecting to the earth, to the way we relate between each other, to the natural resources, and how do we make this better for everyone, not just for a few? And there's another question that is really people resisting change or really acting in it?